Morning.
Morning, evening, afternoon.
Whatever time it is. I was trying to jam out there, trying to remember what song that kind of was close to, but I drew a blank.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Reminds me of one of those 90s movies where the kid's playing the guitar for the national anthem or right when the sun comes up or some shit.
Right around the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome, listeners. This was Midnight Mysteries. We're going to have to change our stuff.
Yeah, we came across some discrepancies that we don't like and links that don't actually go to our stuff. They go to another person in Canada's.
Yeah.
So we're going to completely readjust and reevaluate and redo our YouTube channel and the podcasts themselves.
The name and yeah. So some changes are coming, but it's still us. It will be us. And so first show, I got some good feedback.
Yeah, I did too.
Okay. I don't know. I haven't looked at views or anything like that in a while because I've listened to it probably half a dozen times.
Yeah, me too.
Or I'll come across it and be like, hey, I want to listen to that again, and like, dang, who's that retard?
We've gotten a few subscribers with it. Not as many as I would have liked, but definitely more than I thought we would.
I know we got some up in Michigan.
We've got several here in our home state. Nobody's commented on it.
Right.
There aren't very many likes on it.
Well, I think they're telling us in person.
Yeah.
So they're like, why should I have to type it out if I'm just going to see you or call you or text you or whatever? And
definitely.
Of course, it's all been, hey, that was great. When are you doing another one?
Yeah. I laughed my ass off during that one. You guys did great. When are you doing another one?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's been since March. But, we both work full time. We both have families.
Yeah.
And just a lot of
shit has happened since March. More bad than good, but we survived it. And here we are.
Barely. I've got a limp from a war wound now. And
yeah.
Well, not really. I just tripped and...
You coming off Air Force One?
No, I was getting on Air Force One.
Oh, okay.
Fell up the stairs 3 times.
Did you have a hand up your ass?
I did. Pulling the strings.
So someone had a hand in it?
Welcome to Walmart. Get your shit and get out.
So today we are we're not going to talk about wood booger. We had talked about talking about wood booger or Sasquatch, but we figured out that wood booger is not Sasquatch.
No. And that blew my mind.
That's misleading and deceptive.
It truly is. I still want to go see the wood booger, though.
Oh, absolutely. We need to go to the Wood Booger Festival.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'm the wood booger's age.
We could visit the Wood Booger Grill. I wonder if they caught the wood booger and they're grilling him, and that's why they call it but it tastes like shit.
Go eat at the Wood Booger Grill, and you're going...
It's a grown man.
He had a beer.
Yes. So today, with recent events in Pennsylvania with our current president,
The hot topic of conversation.
Our soon-to-be current president.
Yes.
Former President Donald J. Trump.
Yes.
So we are going to break out our conspiracy folder today, and
I've got
we're going to go
into
we're gonna go into some conspiracies, and we will go from there. If you guys have any insight, conspiracies, or your 2 cents, shoot us an email or comment on the link of whatever this is on the YouTube video, or what was that other one? You can't comment on Spotify.
No, you can't comment on Spotify, but like I said, I have to go back and redo a whole bunch of stuff because the Spotify link that is on the current YouTube actually sends you to Canada,
Yeah.
To be fair.
Well, that's not going to work.
A little Letterkenny reference there. To be fair.
Yeah.
Apparently, I look like Squirrely Dan.
Okay.
I get told I look like Squirrely Dan a lot.
All right. So, yeah, you can comment on the YouTube. comments, your ideas, your theories, whatever the case may be, and in a few episodes when we have a chance to read them and do another episode, then we will comment on them and bring them up.
You can straight up tell us that you fucking hate us.
Yeah.
We don't care. As long as you're commenting, that means you watch the video. So
like it, share it.
click like and subscribe.
That's it. Click like, subscribe.
Hit that little notification bell.
Yeah.
Never in my life thought I'd be saying that dumb shit.
Right.
Here I am. Look at me. I'm a stooge. He's like, oh, Mylanta.
Yes.
I need a dunce cap. That's what I need.
Right.
So the topic of conversation is conspiracy theories with concerning the shooting of Donald Trump and at the rally and all that, the shooters, whether or not the government had something to do with it, whatever have you.
We're still not going to get a catchphrase of "I was the second shooter and aggressive"
Because he's dead too.
Well, but there was no grassy knolls.
I was the second shooter on the Blue Tower.
Oh, damn. You went that far back. Good Lord. Both in Texas?
Well, damn. Bell Tower. Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
That one's another conspiracy.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts there?
So, my thoughts is there was two shooters.
Okay.
The 20-year-old, 22-year-old was a patsy. I believe that was MK Ultra that had something to do with that kid doing what he did, even just being there.
So for those that don't know, that are listening, what is MK Ultra?
It's that mind control. I don't really.
You're really opening another can of worms for another episode.
Oh yeah, well, there are CIA released documents about MK Ultra from the 1960s. So, and
we may just change this to all conspiracies, because I can think of more conspiracies than I can Woodburgers or Woodburger. Sasquatch related stories.
Right.
Nessie and Chupacabra, the Dogman, yeah, and your Ragnarok and
the Rougarou, the Ragnarok. Ragnarok is real too, damn it.
Oh, real quick, before we get into all this, I know you started, but so one of our listeners really liked when I had mentioned stupid signs.
Yeah.
And where did they come from? Okay. So I figured each show I will give you a stupid sign and let you know where it came from.
There you go.
Okay. So one of the signs that I had mentioned in the last episode was the one down in Florida about do not molest the alligator. Okay. Now, anybody it's got a sense of humor, they get that mental image of a
method
molesting an alligator. So, as most of you know, molesting does mean bother, harass, whatever. So, that's where that comes from. People were always throwing rocks at the gators or trying to throw them food or torment them or taunt them or whatever. And they got somebody with a law degree that said, we need to put in molest. Which there is a law in the state of Oklahoma. If you read the law for joyriding, it says to molest an automobile.
Oh.
And when I hear that, the first thing I think of is Axel Foley and Beverly Hills Cop about putting bananas in a tailpipe. So there's your stupid sign for the day. And my little train of events that followed behind it.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know if I can follow that one up.
Have you seen that guy on TikTok? He's Middle Eastern. He does the dad jokes. He's like, "But I'm Badish."
No, I don't think I have.
You got it. I'll have to find. That's the first thing I thought of. But I'm Badish.
Oh my goodness. Way off topic.
All right. So you believe there's two shooters?
I do.
Okay. So to piggyback off that,
Okay.
I believe there was one shooter, but you've got two parties acting in it. Your patsy and then your actual shooter, but they're claiming he was a shooter. That make sense?
Very much so.
So in essence, you've got one shooter.
Yes. I mean, technicalities, whatever.
But if you're counting the guy that took out the non-shooting boy that was the shooter, you've got two shooters.
The one that spent $1,500 on OnlyFans, like right before he went to go do his thing.
Put the lotion in the basket.
That's when it's older, he gets the hose again. Oh, Buffalo Bob.
Bill.
Oh, Buffalo Bill, Buffalo Bob. Same shit.
Different spelling. So yeah.
I agree with you on that.
So yeah, that's my theory, because I mean, then people will be like, there was 3 people involved. Yeah, Trump, the shooter, and the guy that shot the shooter.
Right. Well,
But then you, like you said, you've got the patsy, and I truly believe that young man was a patsy.
yeah, I do too. And
it's sad, really.
I think that it's clear that he had some sort of what diminished mental capacity. Whether it be just being slightly slow or
Right.
what. Very clear in his actions. He had no social media presence.
It was probably, to be honest with you, he was probably manipulated and paid.
Oh, absolutely. That goes with the whole MK Ultra thing.
There's that too, yes.
I mean,
But
what 20-year-old, 22-year-old do you know that has 3 offshore bank accounts?
was he really in the army?
Hell no, he wasn't in the army.
See, it's because they said, oh, well, he was. First story I heard, he just came out of the army.
No.
That's what I'm telling you. What
I've seen goldfish have better training than that guy.
I get it. But I will say this: even though it was fortunate Trump didn't get in the dome.
Oh, 100%.
But he could have been the sharpest shooter there was. God's the one that saved Trump.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The flag that was behind him,
Yeah.
that was supposed to be the windage target, clearly looks like an angel being all twisted up like that right before the shot happened. I mean, no.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me that God didn't have something to do with that.
Yep.
Even the people that don't believe in God can't say, well, that's
That's a coincidence.
Yeah.
No.
bullshit.
That's God all the way.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the animation that was done with the crosshairs and Trump, they did an animation, AI rendition or whatever, of the shooter's scope where Trump's head was placed. That was a 100% kill shot.
Yeah.
It would have blown through the back of his head, right behind his ear, blown the back of his skull out, cut and severed his neck. Dunzo.
Yeah.
But it just to the last second, he turns his head and it clips his ear.
Yeah.
Divine intervention. I don't give a shit what you say.
Absolutely. Which raised another question for me. Because after the shot and Trump goes behind the podium and Secret Service dogpiles him and does their thing and they're trying to get him up and go out, you keep hearing Trump say, let me get my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me you get up there and you kick your shoes off and just...
Yeah. Well, kudos to the photographer that got the picture
of the
Trump.
shoes?
No, of Trump on his knees praying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That shot, that photograph, I'm not going to use the word shot, but that photograph,
I see what you did there.
that photograph speaks volumes.
It does.
And the fact that the man, and this testifies to his cognitive ability, because we all know that the puppet that sits with Oatmeal Man,
Yeah.
stumbling, bumbling Biden, wants him to take a cognitive test. Well, this man had enough cognitive skills to realize that, oh shit, I'm being shot at, and duck behind the bulletproof podium.
Well, it wasn't shot at. It was, oh, shit, I've been shot.
Well, that. Yeah.
I mean, first thing he did was grab his ear.
Yeah.
But, you know, and Trump has never denied God in front of all the Americans.
No.
Whether they hate him or not, he's never denied God. And that's what saved him.
Now, the rally that he did at the RNC, between the Butler, Pennsylvania rally
Right.
and the time that he got shot in the RNC rally where he stood up, those were two different people. And I don't mean like, oh, that was a guy wearing a mask or anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
That man was humbled.
Yeah.
And you can clearly see that he was humbled. And it was a completely different person.
Well, you get shot.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again.
I mean, did it not change you?
It did.
Okay.
It made me very twitchy.
Yeah. You know, so, I mean, I've been shot and it, you know, it changed me a little bit. I'm still gung ho, but I'm like, hold on now.
I have a tendency to look a little bit more to the left
I have
and right before I go somewhere.
Tendency to listen to my gut a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, I didn't see the RNC,
So,
but it changed you for the better.
oh, absolutely. And that's a whole other conspiracy theory. Even though I'm a Republican and there's a whole ass conspiracy about the RNC.
Right.
And especially the up and coming vice president. Whole nother subject.
Come swallow.
No. JD Vance.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. I personally
I
am
didn't
not
know
a
he had
fan.
a running mate.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of JD Vance. And I'm probably going to get ridiculed to shit for that.
Right.
But I have my suspicions.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it ended bad for him and Pence, or, you know.
yeah, Pence was evil. We all knew he was evil.
Pence?
Yeah.
That's a different conspiracy.
Oh, yeah, that's not a conspiracy. There's actual facts for that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude was a predator.
No.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Good luck trying to find them. I've seen them. I've seen the facts. I've
right.
personally seen them. But since then, things have been scrubbed from the internet, which tends to happen quite a bit.
There's been a lot going on
Yeah.
with our government.
So the two-shooter theory, a potential two-shooter theory. Now, I saw at the very beginning of this whole thing where people had video footage of somebody climbing down from the water tower. But I've also heard that 3 people were in the water tower. 2 of them got down and were shot. 1 of them got away and ran off through the woods and got into a black SUV. Somebody got the tag number off the SUV because it was stupid enough to have a tag on it. And it actually turned out to be a federal vehicle.
Well, of course, it's a black SUV.
Right. But why would you run if you were supposed to be the good guy?
Because you're not the good guy.
Exactly. So that played hand in hand.
Let me ask you a question. How many people that work in that White House or around it are good guys?
Not a single damn one of them.
Well,
That's to be debated. I'm speaking out of my ass when it comes to that one, but I don't believe that a single damn one of them is good.
now, as far as the Secret Service goes, yes, maybe.
That was a joke.
It was.
The entire the now I'm a bigger person myself, and I can promise you that I know where my holster is and I know how to holster a gun very quickly. The woman that was standing there by Trump that couldn't holster her ass
Right.
was ridiculous.
Well,
you can't tell me that wasn't all for show.
I didn't think of it that way because I thought of it, you know, being in that situation, adrenaline pumping, you know, your stress levels through the roof. Of course, I can holster my gun without looking, but
You don't have to pry your gut to the side to holster your weapon.
I'll just lift up that spare tire.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what I mean? I mean, it's right there.
Right.
Everybody knows
Muscle memory.
you keep it clear. When you break leather, nothing's going to hold you up. When you put it back, nothing's going to hinder it up. So there you go.
What I found interesting is none of those Secret Service agents were around at the RNC speech. They were all suspended.
Well, there's a pending investigation.
Well, they were. Let me rephrase that. They were suspended for the time being because there is a pending investigation. You're right. But what I'm hearing is those were essentially scab Secret Service agents. Those weren't his normal agents.
Boy, you dig in it more than I do.
Oh, man.
And honestly, you know, I haven't really had a chance to watch the news or dig into it or anything like that.
I don't follow the news. I
And
do my own shit.
I don't follow the news.
It's
I hear it.
all
and,
bullshit.
And, you know, I'll do my own Googling and find out.
So I use Google, but I also fact check my Google through DuckDuckGo, because DuckDuckGo won't actually censor what you're looking for.
Sponsored by DuckDuckGo. That's a free plug.
All right. People of DuckDuckGo, if you're listening, hit me up.
I just want to throw in Daily Wire. I watch Daily Wire.
And Newsmax.
Daily Wire's a good streaming app.
I like Daily Wire. But you know where I get most of my news information from is not within the U.S.
Sitting on a toilet?
No, it's not within the U.S. Ass. I get my stuff from Australia.
Right.
And Italy. You know, people that are actually reporting on what's actually happening here in the U.S. And
do not tell me Al Jazeera.
Absolutely not. But what threw me off the other day is I actually caught this, and it was there. Somebody shared it on TikTok. Was they were filming the news, and it was ABC News, and it was a news anchor. It was an African-American news anchor.
Right.
And the guy that shared it was African-American, too. And he goes, you know this dude's fucking serious? When he doesn't say government, he says government. And he was saying that he was talking about the Trump shooting, the anchor was, and he's like, well, when the government tried to assassinate President Donald J. Trump and they didn't stop him, they didn't hesitate, he didn't even skip a beat.
Right.
I was like, oh, he said the quiet part out loud. Somebody's getting fired.
But that's probably the number one conspiracy theory right there, is that Biden put him up to it.
So let me ask you this, and there's been quite a bit of debate, especially since, you know, someone like me who digs into this stuff and looks and researches and can probably haunt your freaking dreams with as much as I know.
Right.
Is it a conspiracy theory if it's true?
Well, I mean, at this point, are they going to prove it?
No. Would it be conspiracy theory or conspiracy fact?
Well, right now it's a theory. And it's always going to remain. So go back to Kennedy. Okay. Again, fascinated with the whole Kennedy stuff. You know, because, well, that's a different show. But, you know, some people were like, Lee Harvey went over and tried to become part of the KGB.
Oh, God.
He came back and then he tried to join a Mexican. He went down to Mexico and tried to join a cell out of there. And when he shot President Kennedy, the sleeper cell was right up the street in case he missed. You not heard any of this?
No.
Oh, buddy.
The one that I chimed in on that I saw video footage of that was very damning. It slowed down. It had to be slowed down.
With the driver?
Was the driver.
So my parents, you know, of course, growing up as a kid, they were always like, oh, I remember where I was at the day Kennedy got shot. November 1963.
Right.
You know, both my parents were in high school. And, you know, my dad was fascinated with JFK and watching documentaries and recording them on VHS. And yes. So, and I was the remote and the antenna sometimes. But anyways.
The rabbit ear control.
Yes. So, you know, he used to mention Jack Ruby. That had something to do with paying Oswald to shoot, and then they hired a second shooter. Or another theory was Johnson.
As in Lyndon Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Had him killed so he could step up and be the president.
That I believe, but I also would go a step further with that one. Do you know why Kennedy was assassinated?
Go for it.
Because this also ties into the Titanic. Believe me, ties into the Titanic, ties into the Soros. Okay. Kennedy was assassinated, and it also goes with Gaddafi. Like,
old Omar.
yeah. Yeah. So Kennedy was trying to do away with the federal note and move to gold and asset-backed currency.
Okay.
Okay. That would have brought out the reserves of gold. That would have made the Americas 100% independent.
Right.
Okay. Gaddafi was trying to do the same thing where he was at. They had the funding, the money, they had the ability to go 100% independent from any other country. And they would have been what the exchange rate was based off of. That's where that would have gone. That's why he was killed.
Okay.
So fast forward to the Titanic.
Hold on now.
Or rewind to the Titanic.
Wait a minute.
Trying to go too many different places at once, but you rewind to the Titanic.
Yeah.
You know, where were all of the people that had all the mass amounts of money in the world? They were all on the Titanic.
Okay.
Okay. I want to say that it was Soros, but I know that I'm not 100% correct on that. I believe that it was somebody else. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but Soros keeps popping into my head. So we're just going to run with that.
Okay.
So he was supposed to be on the Titanic as well.
John Smith, yes.
Yes, John Smith. All of these bigwigs they were all billionaires in the United States, in the Americas.
Okay.
And throughout other countries. So, well, they were all on the Titanic. Well, this guy, John Smith, was supposed to be on the boat as well. But at the very last minute, he decided, I can't make it on the boat. I have to stay off. I've got other things I've got to do. Titanic takes off, sinks. Well, so does all the billionaires.
Okay.
That leaves one billionaire who can take over the entire set. Okay. It's a flat out conspiracy. There's no proof behind it. But there are a lot of people saying that man set that boat up for failure. Got all these people to agree to get onto the boat and saying, I'm going to be there. We're going to host a big party, blah, blah, blah. It's the maiden voyage. Backed out at the last second so he could take over and be the guy.
But it wasn't their first voyage.
It was the maiden voyage, the long track or whatever. But I don't even believe that it was the Titanic that's saying. I believe it was the Britannica. I have proof for that. I'll have to show you that. Yeah.
It was an iceberg.
The names that, I believe it's an iceberg.
They just popped it in the middle of the...
But the Britannica, they changed the names from Britannica to Titanic. But Britannica wasn't as sturdy as the Titanic. That's why it cracked and to the bottom of the floor. But anyway, I digress. So you fast forward to Kennedy. Kennedy's trying to move the gold asset-backed currency.
The golden ass?
Yeah, the golden ass. The gold and asset-backed currency gets taken out for it. Fast forward again, and you come into 9/11 with Bush. Billions of dollars come up missing the day before. Billions in gold.
I don't think 9/11 was towards that. I think 9/11 was more of a, from what I understand, Bush has a big hand in Halliburton.
Oh, he does.
Halliburton has a big hand overseas, and it was all,
well, there was a lot of money that came up missing out of the buildings next door, out of Fort Knox. Not Kentucky's Fort Knox, but the Knox that's in New York.
Oh.
I don't know the technical name for that one. I've always called it Fort Knox. But it was billions of dollars in gold that came up missing and unaccounted for the day before those towers were hit.
But then
you have the Pentagon, who misplaced millions of dollars right before the Pentagon was hit as well. And they have proof of that. There's also video footage that there was no plane that hit the Pentagon. That was a damn missile.
Now, I have heard that, and I have seen some video that would back it up.
Right.
So,
So you fast forward to just 2 weeks ago, and they tried to take out Donald Trump.
we rewind.
Whatever. So Donald Trump
Time is hard today.
has been pushing for Nassar Jassar gold and asset-backed currency.
Really?
They tried.
I mean, I could see Trump doing something like
They
that.
tried to take him out.
Okay. Well,
It was Kennedy 2.0, but they failed
yeah.
because God. Nothing trumps God.
So is that your final belief in conspiracy in this?
No.
Okay. What do you really think happened? Absolutely.
Okay. My personal belief, and to the agent that is listening in on me, I swear to God, don't come after me. It's just me. So Biden is not Biden. Biden hasn't been Biden since he was locked in his basement and running for president in 2019.
20, yeah.
1920. Dude hadn't been around. That's not Joseph Robinette Biden. 100%. I believe that that's Obama, and that's somebody. Obama's running the show, and that's somebody in a mask, or it's a green screen, and Obama's running a third term. I believe that when Trump was exiting and he said that we're transitioning over to military power,
Right.
that the military actually took charge, and they have been behind the scenes literally scripting a movie, because that's what this is a damn movie. Nothing explains it more, because I don't know anybody that stumbles and bullshits their way through life like that on live TV and then has millions of people backing him up. Whatever. Kamala Harris isn't Kamala Harris. I believe that the Clintons are gone. That the Hillary Clinton that we're seeing now is a body double. It's her body double because she's shorter.
What do you think? They're hiding?
No. Well, technically, yes, but no.
Okay.
I believe they're sitting their asses in Guantanamo Bay. The whole lot of them. Anything that's being shot that you're seeing on TV,
Right.
that is not in the public face, like Biden at the Oval Office, is all green screen. I believe it's being done from a prison cell. That's me. The assassination attempt on Trump was an inside job. That was our government trying to take out the next president of the United States because they are terrified of what that man's about to do. You know, that, and I keep going back to religion because nothing can explain it. That man he is not a prophet.
No.
I'm not going to say that he's a prophet. He is a tool. He is a tool for God.
Oh, he's a servant for God.
Right. He is the sword.
Yeah.
The armor. That's the only way I can explain it. And they are absolutely fucking terrified. They're gonna try again. 100% they're gonna try again. Guarantee it. Watch.
That'll be another episode.
Yeah. Now, I firmly believe that was supposed to actually happen.
Right.
That they were legitimately trying to kill him, and they were trying to do it on public TV.
To make history.
To make history, but to sully everybody.
But I mean, I'm not going with the whole public TV because Kennedy was broadcast.
Kennedy was broadcast, but, and I will give you that, but it was done on public TV because now, not only do we have slow motion, you can slow it down, you can pause it, but now you're looking at 1080p, high definition, 4K.
Yep.
You know, there hasn't been an attempt like that since Reagan.
Exactly. And that's where the Brady Bill came into play.
Right. So I 100% think that they were trying to do that.
Yeah.
And somebody that's got the amount of voters that Trump does and they know that he's got the vote, and they know they're not going to be able to hook up the Dominion.
But this hurt them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to end it.
Right. But it didn't.
No.
Oh.
No. As a matter of fact, he's got more people that are voting for him now because of it. And now they're trying to say Kamala Harris, which they threw her into the mix as running for president, which isn't democratic at all. It's not a democracy because nobody in the Democratic Party voted for that woman to be.
Have they officially?
Oh, yeah.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah. $80 million in donations from 883,000 people.
So what was somebody was telling me the other day that, if Biden was to run and lost, he would have to pay back millions of dollars in campaign funds that he's already blown.
Yep.
So now if Kamala gets it and she wins it,
they just absorb it.
Cover. Yeah.
So now,
because now after the assassination, he's like, "Oh, we're done." So he steps down, and maybe they'll go for Kamala and
So I have a running theory on that, and with the whole Kamala thing. Now, with Biden stepping out of the race and saying, well, I'm going to run my next 6 months because that's what I'm elected to do. Whatever. Then he comes on live TV and says, well, me and Kamala are going to run the country together until my term is up, which got scrubbed immediately.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of watching it.
So you heard what happened in Vegas.
The shooting?
No. With Biden.
Oh.
He was in Vegas, and Secret Service came in and told Metro Police, hey, we need to shut this down. He's got a medical emergency.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden oh, nope, we're not going there. Shut this down. We're going this way, blah, blah, blah.
Send him back to Delaware.
Yeah.
Yeah, bullshit.
Thinking, and people have said he's deceased.
He kicked the bucket on the plane.
Yeah. So
either he kicked the bucket or somebody helped him kick it because the rate he was going, no.
I mean, really, in the debate, it sounded like he was having a stroke on the debate.
It did. And it actually kind of made me sad. I don't like the man. I've never liked the man.
I don't wish that upon anybody, though.
No. That's elder abuse. 100% elder abuse.
Yeah.
And they said he has sundowner syndrome. I haven't really looked into that one.
No.
But apparently, right around sundown, people start losing their minds and they go basically to Alzheimer's.
Really?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Like I said, I haven't looked a whole lot into it. But back to the whole Kamala and him running the country for the next 6 months. From what I understand, they told Kamala that she was going to be sworn in. She denied it. Yeah, I'm not going to be sworn in. I won't accept it. You know why?
She'll be the next one.
Because if she gets sworn in, she becomes
the first female black president.
Well, not only that, but she becomes the piggyback.
Yeah.
So she won't be able to run for president.
That's true.
Which would make McCarthy the interim president until the elections were held.
Yeah.
Well, screw that. We can't have Trump going into office unopposed.
Right.
So, but I heard, I think it was Mark Kay on the radio the other day. He's like, they're going to muzzle this woman.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's a bumbling idiot, just like Trump.
Yeah. Well, and that's why they all said he had COVID. So he would go home, sit down, and be quiet, and he couldn't say anything.
Well, that's what they did to him during the presidential, when he was running for president.
Right.
They put him in basically his man cave back in Delaware. Don't come out until we tell you to. You're going to speak in front of 30 people, and then we're going to put you back in your hole.
Right.
That's what they're going to do to Kamala.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that woman can't open her mouth without some stupid shit flying right out of it.
I saw a TikTok yesterday.
I love school buses. School buses are yellow. Wouldn't they be great electric? No.
Wow.
No, Susan.
Wow.
They would not be great electric.
No, Susan.
200 miles and it takes 4 days to recharge the damn batteries. No.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Yeah. There's so much more that I could go in on, and I really don't want to say too much of what I believe and what I think and what I know, because I know.
But is it not a free country?
Well, no.
Why not?
This isn't a free country.
That's your First Amendment right.
Yeah. Sure. You also have the Second Amendment right, which they keep trying to take away too.
Yeah, no.
That'll never happen.
No.
Now, albeit I lost all of my firearms in a boating accident, it was tragic. All of them gone.
It sucks.
I tried to recover them, but they was too deep.
I know you'd been meaning to buy a new boat for the longest, but
That damn thing sank too.
it when that happened.
But yeah, man. Like I said, I'm of sound mind and body, and I have absolutely no plans of committing suicide or killing myself because I love my life.
Jeez, that escalated quickly. Epstein killed himself.
I am just throwing that disclaimer out there in case something happens, because things happen,
Right.
especially in this day and age. So, and yeah, because I know I've said quite a bit.
Right.
And I've pretty much dominated this podcast.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
But that being said, there are a lot more things that I am not choosing to express that we can talk about without electronics around. Because I discovered the other day that my Alexa truly is listening to me.
Oh, yeah. If you didn't know that.
No. I can talk to you through my Alexa
Yes.
from across town.
Yes.
I did not know that. I just got an Alexa.
That's through your phone. This right here is the world's greatest tracking device.
Oh, I know
in Spy.
that. I knew that. But there's so much. I literally just got an Alexa like last week.
And you know what amazes me the most about a cell phone?
How's that?
They want you to spend $1,900
For them to follow you.
for a brand new phone so that everybody can spy on you.
Yeah. Hello, NSA. Oh, speaking of NSA,
Oh,
just a random conspiracy theory for you.
okay.
Okay. Why is lead-based paint illegal?
You're about to say, besides the lead poisoning?
Besides the quote-unquote lead poisoning.
Let's hear. Let's hear.
Okay, so we all know that they can spy on you inside your house
I
with satellites
know where you're going with this.
that can tell you which side of a penny is heads up.
Yeah.
Okay. What do they use when they're giving you x-rays? Lead aprons.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh,
Because it
blocks the radiation.
Radiation.
Yes.
Okay. Why is lead paint outlawed in houses?
So you can't see through it.
Because they can't see or hear you if you're in a lead room.
So,
Your TV wouldn't work. Your cell phone wouldn't work, which is why Faraday cages are possible.
which brings you to another, more people have cancer.
Correct.
Another conspiracy theory.
Lead-based paint with lead poisoning was bullshit. The reason why they say lead-based paint gave you lead poisoning is because China was painting toy cars with lead cars with paint. It wasn't lead-based paint. It was lead cars with paint that children were putting in their mouths and getting lead poisoning.
Well, I mean, gotta have an excuse.
Oh, absolutely. That's the same reason they got rid of DDT.
All right. Well. All right, guys. Well, we hope you enjoyed the show. We'll get some links up, and we will find a way to disseminate the links where you can click, listen to us, follow us, like us, subscribe, comment, or click the close button and move on. Whatever you want to do.
He did say disseminate, not inseminate, just to clarify.
Yeah, that escalated quickly too.
Nah, I really enjoyed it. We're definitely going to have more of these coming up for sure.
Once a week, every, was it Saturday?
Hopefully. There are occasionally, apparently, Saturdays that now I have to work, which is freaking stupid.
Every Saturday?
No, just randomly. They tell me when I have to work.
Oh, okay.
Which is stupid.
Well, good thing. Do you have to work tomorrow?
No.
Okay. Well, good thing today's Friday. Okay. But we will drop these on, well, probably whenever. I don't know.
We're going to try and get them out to you at least
once a week,
every other week. Definitely a lot more than once every 4 months.
Correct. Needed vacation. That last one was just with the technical stuff of trying to figure it out, and then here we are, and thought we was going to have round 2 again. Little hiccups, but we got on faster, and here we are, and hopefully we can, after we get a couple of these under our belt, we can figure out how to go live and talk to you guys, and
I definitely would like to get a camera. Not one that's on my computer, but an actual camera, and hook it up and do live and be able to have interviews and stuff like that. And that would be a lot of fun.
Well, I was thinking of, like keeping it old school, like radio. And, they could just call in. I'm not ready for this ugly mug to be broadcast.
I am. This is a spitting image of awesomeness. Look like Squirrely Dan mixed with freaking what's that mountain man's name?
Are you talking about from what's that thing?
Grizzly Adams. There you go. Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Squirrely Adams.
Squirrely Adams.
So we'll just call you from now on Squirrely Adams.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Well, we appreciate you guys.
Yep.
And thanks for dropping in, taking a listen. I hope you enjoyed it.